deadlift to high pull. All right, so breaking this down, we need a kettlebell. That kettlebell, we're gonna put on the ground. We want that to almost be behind us. So I'm gonna put that between my heels. So I feel like I need to reach between my legs to go get it. The deadlift is a hip hinge motion, so first movement should be hips back or tailbone to the wall behind you. When you can no longer push back, that's when I'm gonna start to finish the rest of the move by bending at the knees. So I'm gonna send those hips back. I still have a little room to go, or a little ways to go to get to the weight. That's when the rest of it's gonna come by starting to bend at the knees. From here, to bring this up, I wanna think about pushing with my hips, pushing with my backside, my glutes, to come up to standing. As I do so, that power is gonna transfer out to the weight, through my arms, right underneath my chin. Then I'm gonna drop it, or set it down, drive the hips back, reach between those heels, use my backside to push. I'm gonna pull right underneath my chin with that weight. So this is a movement. You wanna go one fluid motion, so all in one, power should go right from the legs, through the core, out to your hands and the weight. We're gonna feel a lot of work through your legs. So glutes, hamstrings, some through your core, and then a little bit through the arms as we come up to the pull. But you want to initiate the movement or the generator of the power from your backside. So I'm here, drop, one fluid motion, come up, control it back down behind me. Going from this side here, weight between my heels, drive the hips, got a good flat back, so I'm trying to avoid rounding. Drive up. So things you want to watch out for. One, checking out the ribs and the core. When I say stay tight or brace at your core, thinking about keeping the ribs and the hips stacked on top of each other. So we're in this good tall position, and we're not sticking or pushing the ribs out like so. That's gonna get my lower back involved. When I go to push up, we don't need to oversend the hips either. I don't wanna drive my belt buckle too far out. I want to just get back to a standing, a comfortable position. Once we get to that position, I want to actively kind of squeeze my glutes to finish that movement out, but don't think we have to overdo it and send the hips as far as we can forward. All right. From here, we want to breathe out. We want to exhale as that power comes up or as we push up. So I'm going to exhale, pull, inhale as I lower back down. If you're doing that and it feels like the weight is really far down there, it's really got to kind of strain to get to it, simply just put that weight up on a lift. So you can use a plate or you can use a pad. You can get that weight a little higher off the ground, so then I'm not having to reach as far. Should feel all the work in the legs, nothing in the lower back. If you do start to feel this lower back, make your checks, make sure you're pushing with the hips, tight at the core. And then if you're still feeling it, think about maybe raising the weight up a little higher or decreasing your weight a little bit there. That is the deadlift to high pull with the kettlebell.